What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Video Games here, chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. Alright, y'all. Now, we're going to be talking about the tragedy that just hit Nice, France. Now, apparently, there was a truck driver who plowed a truck directly into a crowd of people, killing over 80 and injuring 200 plus. This is the biggest terrorist attack that has ever happened. This far outsees the Orlando shooting. Before I continue, do not put anything ignorant in the comment like this. What I saw on Twitter was sheer ignorance. Do not put that in the comments. Let's keep an open mind. This is not all Muslims. It's just literally a select group of people. Literally, it's like less than 1% of the population. You can't down the whole damn race because of what something some people did. Now, this is a horrific tragedy, and it seems that the media isn't fully telling the truth about this. Now, I decided to look up who actually claimed responsibility. Now, the top comment, well, the top article is ISIS, but look when that was posted 16 days ago, right? So, 24 hours in a day, 8 hours between the New York Times claim. No claim of responsibility from ISIS. Then once again, 13 hours later, that's 3 hours after this was posted, no claim of responsibility from ISIS at all. Yet there is some media outlets saying that it is ISIS claiming responsibility, but you have New York Times, and you can also go look at the search results too. I'm not seeing any claim of this. Now, they found out the attack on Nice was a truck driver identified as a 31-year-old Tutsia native. I apologize if I'm not saying that right. It's a South African country. Yes. Now, the person's name is Mohammed. Yes, this is the person that actually was behind this. They have confirmed it and everything. Now, this guy was said to be a supporter of ISIS, but it doesn't show any information that this guy was actually a member. Just because you support something doesn't mean you're a member. There are plenty of people who support different movements, but they're not actually a part of it, and they'll do it in their name. That's happened throughout the world many times. From what I'm seeing, this is a guy who was a supporter of ISIS, and he wanted to do an attack just like them because he was a big fan of them, and he wanted to try to be known like that. He wanted to be famous, and people doing horrific shit to be famous is not out of the ordinary. It's been done all throughout history. Another thing that didn't make sense to me, they said this guy was driving the truck. He was the only one in the truck, and the truck was filled with bombs and guns, or it just might have been just a lot of guns and minor explosives like grenades. Why would you not just use those? Why would you drive a truck filled with that into anywhere? That doesn't make sense for you to drive a truck filled with guns into a location. Like, it's not like the guns will explode. Now, it would make sense that the whole damn thing was wired with C4, and as soon as it hit, the impact will cause it to explode, but it didn't happen like that. The media isn't fully telling the truth about this. ISIS has not claimed responsibility for this. There's no indication of that anywhere. Now, people are really automatically saying that they hate Muslims because of this. Stop saying that you hate a whole race because of what some people did. Literally. I can name a ton of tragedies that every race has done. I can do it. And if you really want me to, if I see people continually hate Muslims over this, I will tell the tragedies that each race has done. And I'm not talking about hundreds of years ago. I'm talking about like within the last 10 years, 9 years, 5 years, hell, the last year. So don't try that. This is a video talking about the news and how the tragedy of these people, what happened to them. Now, rest in peace to these people. Prayers go out to their families and everything. But the media does not seem to be telling the truth about this. I'm actually doing research, and what I'm finding is the media is trying to lie about this. What they're saying just doesn't make sense. Someone driving a truck with guns in it alone, and you drove it into a place, you didn't just, it wasn't like you drove it into somewhere then people hopped out the back of it with guns like some Saints Row stuff. It didn't happen like that. It literally was a truck that crashed into people and killed them. I mean, I'm not saying that it's any more horrific than that, but my thing is the media is not fully telling the truth about this. Things are not adding up. I just showed you a link. There have been many articles that have said that they haven't claimed responsibility, but the most trending article is someone that said that they had claimed responsibility, but that media outlet literally is just saying that because this guy has some type of ISIS ties. Generally, the same thing as the Orlando shooting. The guy has some ISIS ties, but it was not an attack on that area by ISIS. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was just a guy who literally was a fan of them, and he did that. That happens all the time. People are fans of these big movements and everything with these terrorist organizations, and they do something to get their attention. So, guys, I tell you the truth about the news. I don't sugarcoat anything. Put in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Peace out, y'all, and talk to y'all later.